Chilling tales for dark nights.
Want to make sure you never miss a Chilling Tales for Dark Nights video again? Be sure to subscribe and hit that bell to turn on notifications.
Oh my goodness, man. I failed my driving test like 3 times, man. And I stopped taking driving lessons, for many years after the 3rd time. Like, I was a real life SpongeBob, man. Just every time I'm just sitting here failing this test. And millions of people driving every day, all day. And I'm sitting here just failing a basic thing driving test, man. And I done had, a bunch of driving instructors, but none of them is successful at making me pass my dang driving test, man. It's like I had a bunch of Miss Puffs, man. Mrs. Puff. Now, in my late 20s, I'm being nagged again to restart my, my driving lessons. So I decided to go and, give it a go. So I looked for a driving instructor online, and I easily found one like straight away, man. The driving instructor on the phone seemed real relaxed, and he just all enthusiastic and everything, man. So I felt good, man. And I was determined to pass this time. So when the day came for my first driving lesson, and I'm talking about after a bunch of years, man. All this year I just been, doing Ubers and grabbing rides off folk and all that, man, so I was just going to live my life as a Uber Lyft passenger, person begging for rides and all that, man. So the driving instructor drove up to my house, man, and it had a car that, had definitely, let me get that out, definitely seen some violence, man. It was bullet holes and like built-in mechanics and stuff that was added to the car, and the driving instructor was smoking weed, man, and he told me, come and get in the car, and he shoved all the paperwork out of the way and told me to start driving, man. So I'm like, wait, okay, all right, but hey, I gotta pass this test, so it is what it is, man. So I still remember some of the basics on how to drive a car. When I was driving on the road, my instructor started, getting irritated with how I was driving. He was telling me speed up in places you shouldn't speed up. And he was ordering me to drive, in a way that was illegal, man. And he got, was just real mad, when the police went by. And he started getting just nervous and stuff, man. So then he took me somewhere which was a real hidden type place, man. And he made me drive to this real just abandoned looking broken down house, man. And it was some strangers at this house, and my driving instructor started smoking. This man sitting there smoking blunts with them, man. They rolling up and everything, just smoking and everything, man. Like it wasn't no big deal, man. Like I'm not even there. So now he's supposed to be teaching me, how to drive. So I saw him take a whole bunch of money. I'm talking about some racks, man. That man took a couple of bands out, man. And he took that from them. And he got back in the car in a real rush and told me, to drive into another, real questionable neighborhood, man. Now, as I'm driving on this real, bumpy, raggedy road, I could see ahead of me, it was a group of guys hanging around in somebody's front yard. It looked like a gang, man. And my, driving instructor, he took out his gun and shot at somebody, man. Plop, plop, plop. And his aim, man, that man had some aim, bro. I was still driving when he dang shot, man. And he like, drive. So I'm freaking out, man. And man, I hit it all the way to the house, man. I don't know what I did when I got the red lights and stop signs. I don't even remember. I just remember I got home. I don't even remember. I just remember I got home, man. Bro. So now I realized my first driving lesson after all these years was a dang. It was like going through the movie Training Day or something. I'm riding around with this dirty, crooked instructor, just committing crimes all day, man. And he come and said, "Man, you did good today, man. But keep your head down because you've been, seen by many people today, and you just want, watch your back, man. You never know, you never know. Somebody be following, people be watching, people run their mouth loud, people be snitching. Just keep your mouth shut." Because snitches get stitches and end up in ditches. So just be quiet, but whatever. But you did good. You did good. Now, I've been noticing ever since my first driving lesson with him that I'm being followed. And this so-called driving instructor has been, wanting to teach me more about driving. But I'm having like real serious second thoughts, man. And my house has been vandalized many times by strange people that I never can catch, but I know it be happening. But now I did go down to the DMV and took my test, and I passed. So I passed. So I passed that one. I passed. So I guess in some weird kind of way, he really taught me everything I needed to know about driving. And watching my back while I'm driving, paying attention around what's going on with me. And so it really worked, man. And maybe Miss Puff should try this out in her driving school. So my boy SpongeBob finally get a license, man. Now that I got my L's, man, y'all need a ride, just hit me up, man. I know how it was. I used to be like, I used to be out there stuck trying to catch the bus and all that, man, paying $20 to go 5 minutes down the street for an Uber, So, y'all need a ride, man. Just hit me up now, All I ask is cash at me a couple dollars now, $sign hood, or, just send me a few dollars now. I'll come get you. Especially if you fine, you can ride up front with me, I got one of them roll down windows, I ain't got no electric window. I got the roll down window. You gotta reach over there and roll that mug down. But girl was over there, she like, "Baby, I'm trying to let the window down. It's hot, I said, "Hold on, babe." I reached over there when I got to the red light. I reached over there and rolled that mug down. But I ain't roll it all fast, I rolled that mug smooth. And I had music playing, so I rolled it to the beat of the song. Now, of course, that's our first and last date, but I'll be alright. Man. Alright, now look, I work in security. And I do night shifts, which about 12 hours long. Now, I always drink an energy drink during my night shift. And my favorite one is the original Relentless. Now last night, though I, had to get a different energy drink because the shop I usually go to had ran out of the original Relentless. Now, there is some other kind of, energy drink which I had never seen before, which was called Unique, and it had promised to keep you awake for about 12 hours. Now I bought it, and usually during the night shifts, nothing really happened. I made easy money. I ain't had to do much. Just as long as I showed up, I was good. Now, I love the feeling and the effect that the energy drinks give you. And yes, I know they ain't healthy for you. I heard all that about it defibrillates your heart and all that stuff, man. Look, I heard all of that now. It mess with your sleep. I work all night anyway, so I need something to mess with my sleep. And I only drink them when I'm at work. Now anyway, when I drank, from this unique energy drink came, I felt nothing. No surge of energy or alertness or nothing. And then things just up in the building just started going wrong, from fire alarms going off, problems from tenants inside their apartments, unwanted people trying to break into the building, and just in general mechanical issues like the elevators breaking down. And I was being kept away from, all these problems for just a whole 12 hours. Now, usually energy drinks increase the energy from inside the body, like increasing alertness, increasing heart rate, and the use of other chemicals to keep you going, like a taurine or something, I think it's called. Now, the unique energy drink kept you awake by use of the things around you, creating problems on the outside world. Now, look. Instead of hurting your heart and defibrillating your heart and all that, this one made the whole world around you chaos. So you ain't got no choice but to sit your butt up and pay attention. Now I tell you what, I ain't gonna drink that some gun no more. I don't care if the store ain't got nothing in it. I pinch myself all night before I go up in there and buy another one of them jokers, boy. But I might send my ex-wife a couple of them. I'm gonna send her a few of them on over there, cause I know she work hard and late too. So I send her a couple of them, and I give rapping real nice for her, real nice. Now look, I about to go, but I gotta tell y'all, but she hurt me bad, boy. my ex-wife hurt me bad, boy. Oh Lord. I was just thinking about it. I was finna go and get up out of here, but I gotta tell y'all, ooh, she broke me down bad. Boy, by the time she got done with me, I ain't had a pot to pee in or a window to throw it out of, so I'm trying to tell you. That lady took it all, boy. She took it all. She took stuff I ain't even know I had. I'm like, I ain't even knowing I had one of them. She took it all. She cutting everything in half. Look, this how dirty she is. She's so dirty. She get I'm like, okay, what we gonna do with the car? We only had one car. We was struggling a little bit. We only had one car. Man, she coming on. See, she had a bunch of brothers, man. She bring all her brothers them over there. They come on over. Boy, they cut the dang car in half, so I ain't lying to you. They cuts the car in half. They cut the car in half, right? And it leave me with half a car. And they left me with the front of the car. She said, I'm gonna be nice. She took the front of the car and left me with the back. And the car was front wheel drive. So I was still able to, get around a little bit. Oh man, I'm just laughing to hide the pain. I'm laughing, stop from crying, baby. Okay, so it's always like these little challenges and stuff going on just on social media. It's always like the bottle cap challenge, to this challenge, always just the cold water challenge thing they used to have. It's always just some challenge, man. Now, you ever seen that one that's the table, the cloth puller? The guy that put a bunch of stuff on the table and he snatched the cloth from up under the table without without the stuff falling. He just snatched the cloth from out from under it or whatever. They call it the cloth pullers, man. So you Now, have you any of y'all ever seen it in real life? I know you've seen it on social media, but you know, folk be doing little tricks and stuff. But have you ever seen that jump in real life? You know, I want you, if you haven't, just think of how crazy and amazing it is. Now, you know, I seen it, and not just up on tables. Like, you know, I like us as, you know, people that have. Now, us as people, we got many layers of cloths, you know, so to speak. You know, us as people got a lot of layers, you know, that a cloth puller can pull away. You know, while objects are on top of us. Now, these cloth pullers can be used to take away depressions and anxiety and diseases and cancers and even the demonic stuff, man. Now, take me for an example. I was suffering from depression, and I went to the Middle East where I found one of these cloth pullers. Now, the cloth puller first told me to lie down in a bed that was covered with a duvet. Now, he then put objects on top of the duvet while I was under it. And he then pulled away the duvet, and I could feel the objects were still standing on top of me. Ain't that crazy? And he then touched, you know, both he said my trainers, you know, the guy, my brother that wrote this, he from the UK, so, you know, he be saying, I think I just read somewhere on Instagram or something, they say trainers instead of gym shoes or sneakers, man. So, you know, he said he touched both my trainers, he mean he touched both my shoes, man, and somehow pulled away all my clothes. So I'm laying there naked. Now the objects were still standing straight up on me. So now my clothes were a large cloth now. And then he touched both my feet and he pulled away all my skin. And my whole skin was now a cloth and the objects were still standing up straight. He could see my organs, bones, the blood flowing within me. But I felt good though. Then he pulled away my organs and like a cloth, and the cloth puller was now at the spirit, the soul section part of me. And I felt like a ghost, and I felt like I was floating in the air. But the objects were still standing up straight. Now he was messing around, you know, looking for my depression, trying to find where it was. So now the cloth puller found it and pulled it out of one of the objects, and it started to shake. You know, just shake just a little, but it didn't fall. Now, if it had fallen, I would be stuck with depression until the end of time. No medication, therapy, none of that stuff would work. You know, no matter what I would try, I'd be stuck with this thing, man. So he then slided back my organs in and my skin and my clothes and everything, but still making sure that none of the objects, you know, on top of me would fall. So now he put the duvet back in and I was able to get up. Now my depression was gone, man. And he held on, you know, to the cloth that was my depression. And I stayed with him for a while to watch him work on other people. And he was working on another person who was possessed by a demon. And he did everything he did with me, you know, pulling cloth after cloth while objects still stayed on top. Now when he got to the soul part, we could both see the demon. And when the cloth puller tried to pull the demon cloth out, one of the objects fell. Ooh-wee. I guess he gonna have to refund them their money back.
Chilling tales for dark nights.